Hey, welcome to this Saturday's show on horses. Every once in a while, I pick a subject and challenge musician friends to come up with songs pertaining to that subject. And this Saturday's subject is horses. I got my cavalry hat on here. Pull the artillery the right way so the cannonball doesn't roll out. I can't see comments for some reason on this thing, so I'm kind of watching my phone a little bit. But let me. I had two choices for the wine today, and that's a Dark Horse Original Big Red Blend, because I like red, and this Big Horse Vineyard, a sweet Illinois wine, Blonde Belgium, and that's the one I'm trying today, and it's good. It's sweet. It's nice. Got it at Hy-Vee. That's like the third wine I've got at Hy-Vee. Anyway, I also asked for anyone who had horses to send me some videos and pictures, and I received a few of those, and I'll be showing them. Let me change my background here a little bit. Hang on. Here we go. Okay, this is what I want. Humans, just a little quick history here. Humans began domesticating horses around 4000 BC. Horses are able to sleep both standing up and lying down. This comes from the fight or flight response. Female horses, called mares, carry their young for approximately 11 months. Horses have an average lifespan of between 25 and 30 years. The oldest verifiable record was old Billy, and he lived to the age of 62. A horse on the average will eat about 15 to 24 pounds of food per day and drink 10 to 12 gallons of water. Now, I have some of these pictures that people sent me here. This next one, there's Mandy. Got my daughter in there, and she's got the picture of her horses later, except I had to narrate that. But look at this one, this looking in the window. This is Renee's horse. Now, my dad, that's my dad, maybe 1928, 1930 or so. He loved horses. In fact, I got his spurs, and I passed them down to Mandy on there. Now, first off, starting right off here, we have Scott Arlan with Ghost Riders in the Sky. Scott?
All right, horses, and ghosts, cows and cowboys and such in the sky. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky and up the cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. Yeah, both the pair went to him as they run up through the sky, and he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yo, ho-ho-ho. Ghost riders in the sky. Now their faces gaunt, their eyes blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught on yet. 'Cause they got to ride forever in that range up in the sky on horses snorting fire. as they ride on, hear them cry, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki, ho, ho, ho. Those are riders in the sky. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell from riding on our end, then I will change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, oh, 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 oh. Those are riders in the sky. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, oh, 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 oh. Those are riders in the sky. Those are riders in the sky. Thanks, Roger.
That was Scott Arlan, and with Ghost Riders. I have to take my hat off so I can put these on so I can get the sound okay. And I can't see who's here. I can't see comments for some reason, but everybody out there, hey, hi. The next one I got is Renee's horses, and she not only is the human resource person of the place that I work, but she also, check this girl out. She's got an audition coming up this Friday, and I'm keeping her fingers crossed for that, but we'll see her horses in a minute. But check this out.
Hey, I'm Renee. I live in Western Iowa, and I'd like to introduce you to my horses. We're going to start with Katana. Katana is a 17-year-old buckskin mare. She is what we refer to as a grade horse because she doesn't have any papers. But we don't mind that because she's a really good trail horse. She's the type of horse that you can put a beginner rider on, take her out on the trails. She's great in the traffic. She loves attention, so she's a good girl. She is a mare, so she does have kind of an attitude, as you can see, but that's okay. We love Katana. Next, we have another horse. He happens to be another buckskin. He's a really special horse, and his name is Doc Silverstone. He is a grandson of a very famous quarter horse with a long history and a great lineage out of Nebraska. Great quarter horses, great ranch horses, and this is Doc. He again is a grandson of Doc Barr. Doc is a really special horse in that he loves attention. He likes people a lot. He is 16 years old, and he is kind of a clown. Likes to make a big mess in the water trough. But Doc has special needs for his care. He has what is referred to as navicular disease, which is very inflammatory and eventually makes horses go lame. So he has a special diet. We have special shoes on him to help correct his posture and the pressure on his feet. And a couple times a year, he gets special injections to deal with the inflammation. But he's a wonderful horse. He's so broke. He's been a ranch horse. We ride him sparingly and gently, but he is the type of horse that is so level-headed, can handle anything that you can throw at him, and he does it willingly. So I love him to pieces. I would never be without him, despite the fact that we got to just go kind of slow. And then last but not least, I have another horse that is my heart horse. And he is a rescue. He came to me a little over 15 years ago. He's 17 years old. His name is Dakota. And Dakota was being abused in North Dakota. I got him broke. He has turned out to be the most steadfast, wonderful trail horse I've ever had. Very long story short, this horse saved my life about 10 years ago on River City Roundup, which is a ride that follows the Pioneer Trail from Ogallala, Nebraska to Omaha. And if it wouldn't have been for how smart and how brave this horse is, I probably wouldn't be standing here telling you this story. He has a lot of fear left over from his abuse, but he is the best trail horse I have ever had, and he means the world to me. And he likes treats, don't you, buddy? Here you go. Here you go. So that's my little family of horses. I hope you enjoyed our stories, and I hope you enjoy Roger's show. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
That was Renee and her horses. The funny thing is we have two people they're not sure about what they're going to name their horses. So actually, Brooklyn Ed has a fitting song.
So Roger wanted a song about horses, and this one immediately sprang to mind. Thank you again, Roger. Always a pleasure to be part of this. Thanks again, y'all. Thank you all for watching.
And back to my normal hat. Thanks, Ed. Now, there is such a thing as wild horses, and Vic is going to tell us about that.
Hey, Roger. Hey, everybody. Well, I took a trip all the way down to Missouri because Michael said he would join me in this song. Say hi to Michael. And so we're going to do wild horses here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Childhood living, it's easy to do. The things you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watched you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you decided to show me the same. No sweeping exit or all stage lines could make me feel bitter or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I dreamed you a silver light. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Fate has been broken. Tears tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday.
Whoop, caught me. I like cigars. I got it. When I had my dad on earlier, his picture, I got a, I think it was one of the first times they left me alone and ran up to the store. Well, that was the time I took the alarm clock apart and the spring flew out and cut my finger really bad, and they came back and I'm in a pool of blood. But I got the clock back together. It didn't work though. But there was another time my dad had smoked cigars, and they went to the store, so I got in the ashtray and I got his cigar and I lit it and I took a puff and, ooh boy, I didn't like it. I put it back just exactly as I found it. My mom and dad came home and they looked at me. The minute they looked at me and they said, "You've been smoking." And I couldn't figure out how they knew that until I looked in the mirror and both my eyebrows were burned off. Okay, I have Mandy, my daughter, and you've heard her a couple times before. There she is.
Mandy, Tina over there on the flute and the banjo player. Fat fingers, we're gonna bluegrass it up a little bit. That's what these guys do. Dooley, sipping up a holler. Dooley, trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swallow and pay back someday.
Anyway, Mandy sent the pictures and videos, but and stories, so I have to narrate these. Okay, so this is Mandy's new horse, 9-year-old buckskin gelding. He's not registered, so he's a grade. Still she hasn't decided on a name yet, between maybe Finnegan or Flint. She just got him this last Monday and still getting to know him, but he's been extensively used as a trail horse in the past, and she plans on introducing him into roping and ranch riding. He's been loving the exposure on the farm with all the action going on, and so far her favorite thing about him is his curious but go-with-the-flow demeanor and his gorgeous blue eyes. Yeah, they are pretty. The mule on the left is a Molly mule, a female mule. They call her Fern. She's used for riding around the farm and trails. She's about 15 years old now. And all mules are sterile. There are rare occurrences when a mule is reproduced. They're a cross between a donkey and a horse. This is her 21-year-old registered paint horse, Moose. And she's had her since 2015. She's a typical grumpy mare. She helped get her Mandy into riding, and she learned a lot on her. She took her through a semester at Blackhawk East and the equine program and was introduced to roping and a lot of advanced work she wasn't really used to, but it went well, and they learned a lot off each other. She absolutely loves peppermint treats. She doesn't care much for the typical carrots and apples. This is the class at Blackhawk East Mandy was with on Moose. There he is again. Pretty horse. Solid paint. And then for more, I got two more horse songs here. And what horse show would be incomplete without Dave Cavanaugh and Tennessee Stud? Now Dave has a show right after mine at 7. Sometimes I run too late, but this will be a short one tonight. So here's Dave Cavanaugh.
Put by way of Doc Watson. All right. Born about 1825, left Tennessee very much alive. And I never would have gotten through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee Stud. Had a little trouble with my sweetheart's paw. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw. I wrote her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, died away on the Tennessee Stud. Well, the Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun and his eyes are green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Well, we rode on down into no man's land, across that river called the Rio Grande. Well, I raced my horse with a Spaniard's foal till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and the Spaniard couldn't agree, got in a fight over Tennessee. We drew our guns and it fell with a thud. Ooh, I got away on the Tennessee Stud. Well, the Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun and his eyes are green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Well, I got just as lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of my girl back in Tennessee. Well, the Tennessee Stud's green eyes turned blue. He was dreaming of a sweetheart too. We loped right back across Arkansas. Whooped her brother, then I whooped her paw. Found that girl with the golden hair. She was riding on the Tennessee mare. Oh boy. Well, the Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun and his eyes are green. Tennessee stud. Stirrup to stirrup, side by side, across those mountains and the valleys wide. When we came to Big Muddy, then we forded a flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. There's a little baby playing on the cabin floor, little cold horse running round the door. Love that girl with the golden hair and the Tennessee stud, he loves the Tennessee mare. He's good horses, you know. Well, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun and his eyes are green. 'Cause he had the nerve and he had the blood, never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Everybody, stay safe.
That was Dave Cavanaugh. You know, this is so neat because you can just sit in your living room or sit on your phone and watch these people live. Dave does have that show after mine. Look him up, David Cavanaugh. Now, in the past, in the back, I've done shows on the fighter pilot interview was great. We've done a show on cars, dogs, ships, Celtic show. And one of the fun ones was this one with Charlie Ragland. And she was if you remember, the dolphin trainer. And that's a couple back on my Facebook you can probably find. But she runs a podcast called The Training Tales, Tails. And you can find her on Facebook. And she's not only about training dolphins, but horses, dogs, and anything that comes up. And she sent me a video of her horses.
Hey everyone, it's Charlie again. Not sure if you saw the episode that I was in with Roger talking about dolphins, but here I am with horses. This is my new horse. Currently, we are still working on a name, but I believe we're gonna stick with Coyote, and I just call him Dude for now. But I'll hop on and we'll watch him go. just like that, we're done. Coyote here's still a baby, so we like to try and keep sessions a little bit shorter. That way it gives him more opportunity to get things right and he doesn't get frustrated and doesn't get overworked, and you know, working together is still fun. It's not, you know, hard work or anything like that. So we're good. Good boy. Look, gotta fly. Ready? Alright. I am trying to get a good video with Rotten Pony here. But it is dinner time, and all she can think about is food all the time. Don't do it. Back up. Good girl. Back up. Back up. One more. One more. Good girl. Look, this is Atosha. She's 3, so she's still a baby. She actually just had her 3rd birthday on March 25th, and she's going to be an awesome horse. She knows a whole lot already. She's just starting to learn about riding and all of that, so that'll be exciting once we start getting there. I can at least sit on her, but she needs a little bit of practice learning what everything else is, but we'll get there. Her favorite thing in the world are scratches and food, so it makes it really easy to train her because she finds both of those super reinforcing. That's her favorite spot. Thank you.
That was Charlie Ragland. I'm going to say again, look at these. She runs that podcast, and now she's doing videos on training tales on, besides the dolphins, horses, dogs, and anything you can train, actually. All right, now, let me click these off here. All right. So, you know what? One more song. Mine. I wanted to show you, I looked up the smallest horse. The current record holder for the world's smallest horse is Thumbelina, a fully mature miniature horse affected by dwarfism. She's 17 inches tall and weighs 57 pounds. It's smaller than a dog. And then the largest horse, look at this guy. The largest horse in recorded history was a Shire horse named Mammoth, born in 1848. Over 3,000 pounds. He stood 22 hands, and that's over 7 feet at the withers, at the shoulder. You can't point. The withers is above that guy's hat. So actually, height-wise, it's a lot taller than that. I've always liked big horses. I did these huge guys. I wanted one. I love them. They were big. Would go to the Threshers reunion, and I'd always be checking out the big horses. I wanted to get one to try and run the farm on horses. There were the big ones, big enough to carry the knights and all their armor in combat. Huge power for farms. Back to the simple life. Now my song is a Jethro Tull song, which is it's an 8-minute song, but I speeded it up and I shortened it for the show. So I hope you enjoy it.
Ironclad feather feet pounding the dust on October's day towards evening. Sweat in boss veins standing proud to the plow. Salt on a deep chest seasoning. Last of the line of an honest day's toil, turning the deep sod under. Flint and fetlock chasing the bone, flies at the nostril wonder. The Suffolks, the Clydesdale, the Percher on fire, the Shire with his head feathers floating, hauling soft timber into the dust, to bed on a warm straw coating.
Heavy horses move the land under me. Behind the plow gliding, slipping and sliding free. Now they're down to the few, there's no work to do. The tractor is on his way. Let me find you a filly for your proud stallion seed, to keep the old line going. Stand you abreast at the back of the wood, behind the young trees grow. Hide you from eyes that mock at your girth, your 18 hands at the shoulder. And one day when the old barrens have all dripped dry, the nights all seem to run colder, you'll beg for your strength, for your gentle power, your noble grace and your bearing. You'll strain once again at the sound of the gulls, the wake of a deep plow. Heavy horses move the land under me. Behind the plow gliding, slipping and sliding free. Now they're down to the few and there's no work to do. The tractor is on his way. Standing like tanks at the brow of the hill, up into the cold wind facing, in stiff battle harness chained to the world, against the slow sun they sing. Bring me a wheel of wooden oak, a rein of polished leather, a heavy horse and a tumbling sky, brewing heavy weather. Heavy horses move the land under me. Behind the plow gliding, slipping and sliding free. Now you're down to the few and there's no work to do. The tractor's on his way. It's a true story. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. Well, thanks for joining today. Coming up one of these days is going to be about money. We'll have a show on gangs, the 30s and 40s type, like Bonnie and Clyde, Pretty Boy Floyd. Television, radio, wine. And if you didn't catch some of the last shows, we had that Celtic show. We had the fighter pilot and the airplane show. That was quite interesting. The dolphin trainer, the Charlie. There's many more on my pages down around there somewhere. And anyway, thank you all for joining, and I will do a little small live show on Saturdays, and maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do another one of these big shows like this. So, all right, I'm signing off.
You're still here? You're still here? Show's over. Show's over. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. How do you shut this off? How do you shut this off?